Welcome to the KORUZA Pro Technical Overview. KORUZA is a wireless optical communication system that allows you to connect buildings at distances up to 150 meters apart with 1 or 10 gigabit optical wireless link. The link consists of two units pointed at each other, mounted on different structures or different buildings. Now, one unit is a self-contained bidirectional communication device which receives and transmits data through a single collimated beam of light. It consists of a single 50mm lens for high-speed data transmission, a camera inside for alignment purposes, which you use during the installation process, and some additional optics for future functions. KORUZA has two mounting points, one on each side, and the mount can be moved from one side to the other based on our mounting configuration. At the bottom there is an opening to access all the ports and connect the cables. Now the unit has two ports. One is for management and power. That's a standard Ethernet port using a 24-volt PoE system. So we can power up the system using a standard 24-volt passive PoE, to which we connect our local management network. For example, we connect our local network. We connect the output of the power supply to our unit management port, and then we can connect to it through the IP assigned by your local network DHCP server. Now, data transmitted through the link is connected to the data port. That is an SFP cage built inside the unit, to which you can connect either an SFP module with an Ethernet connection. If you're doing a gigabit networking, that's usually the best way how to interface the unit, so we can install an appropriate SFP module. This is the one with an Ethernet interface, and then we can plug in our gigabit data cable, and on the unit across the link, data will be passed through the data cable as it is. Now, if you wish to use optics or have a 10 gigabit version, it's preferred to use an optical connection, so the SFP module can be removed and changed for an optical one. For example, a standard optical bidirectional SFP, full duplex over 2 fibers. We install the SFP module as such, and then we connect the fiber optic cable to it, and thus we can establish a full 10 gigabit connection across this link. Once we install the unit on a mount, we connect all the cables and perform course alignment by first just pointing the unit in the general direction, then opening up the management interface either through our local network or by plugging a Wi-Fi module in the USB port, which allows us to have a direct management connection to the unit, say from our smartphone or laptop, and see where it's pointing on the web interface with the camera image. Once the unit is closely aligned, we do the same for the other side of the link, and then we can start the auto tracking, which will align the link and keep it aligned at all times. Once we're happy with the setup, we can close the unit. This is done such that we take the sealing gasket, put one network cable in one gap, put the other one in the other gap. It can be fiber or Ethernet. We take the cover, put the cover on, and tighten the screws. So there are 4 screws, normal Allen head, which we simply tighten until the lid sits flush with the enclosure, and that will ensure there will be no water ingress in the system over a long period of time. So we simply tighten the screws, and then we're ready to use the unit for our wireless connection. There we go. There we go. Now, if the unit is in a very inaccessible place, it might be advised to first connect the cables, and then just bring the unit with the cables attached to the final location, and you can just pop it onto the slide. And that's pretty much how you operate KORUZA and build a link with it.